This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
The After Party live on a Travel Tuesday, and I'm super excited because we have Glen from Australia that is going to take us to Queensland. This is a place that he lived for a long time, and it's probably one of the hottest tourist destinations in Australia. And so I'm excited that he's going to take us there. I missed my music today. Don't have it. Here it is. You hear it? Okay. I've been having problems with that music. So yes, Glen is going to be here. He's waiting in the wings. Before we get to Glen, though, I wanted to thank everyone who has voted for the Audio Caster of the Year, and we are in fourth place. That guy, Steve Fox, he's right on our tail. 5,888 votes, 8% of the vote for the After Party live. I think that's pretty great. Thank you to everyone who's voted. I put the link to vote in the chat. So while you're listening, if you want to just pop in a few more votes, I would appreciate it. If you don't feel like it, that's okay. But the voting is open until July 1st. You can vote as many times as you want, which is lovely. There's no restriction. You just click, clickety click, and vote. And so far, we're in fourth place. If we could stay in fourth place, I think that would be really awesome. Of course, the lot could happen until July 1st, but thank you so much. And I see Teacher Lori is on. She's my biggest supporter on this. She's big promotion in the Bay Area Audio Caster of the Year. Please, everyone, keep voting. Even if you only know me from this show, vote. She wants to get me to third place. I think that's a lofty goal. I don't know if it's possible because I don't know, Teacher Lori. Third place that's 11,528 votes. I don't know. That's 15% of the vote almost. I don't know if we can beat Aaron Axelson from Live 105, but I appreciate the effort. I like fourth place. If I could just stay there, I think that would be fantastic. But I love that this fun thing is happening and that we get to vote. So thank you to everyone who's participating and doing that. And thank you to everyone who's supporting this show in all the ways that you do as well. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but right now I want to head over to our Travel Tuesday segment because I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks. It is Travel Tuesday and we're going back to Australia, but this time we're going to Queensland, Australia, and I'm going to bring on Glen, who is our local guide and will take us through it. Hey, Glen.
Hi, Kim.
Hi,
everyone. How you doing?
Now, you have ordered a special map for this segment. It's a little bit whited out, hard to see, but we can
light on it.
Yeah, we can see some pins. The light kind of washes that out a little bit, I think.
I'll turn the light off. And see if
that was
helps.
better. When you got up, it was a little better. Oh, there. Yeah, we can see the map a little better now, but I think the light needs to be off. Yeah, perfect.
Is that better?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, now we can really see it. Awesome. Because I know you got this map special. You didn't want to do the segment without the map that you have all the pins in. So we're excited to see it.
Same as the one for Gary. I bought that one special. And it's one of those fold-out maps. These are the ones like you keep in your glove box.
We used to keep in our glove box. Now we all have Google Maps, right?
It's a nice big map that I can hang up.
It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you for going to all the trouble for us. This is really nice.
Pleasure.
And you used to live in this area, right? Whereabouts did you live?
All over it, actually.
Oh,
I've lived in several parts, and it's just to correct you. Yes, we are in Queensland, Australia, but this part here, this is the Gold Coast.
Okay. So we're going to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, and it's actually a city of itself. It's about 750,000 people.
Wow.
So small by your standards. Reasonable by ours,
Okay. All right. So we're going to the Gold Coast. And thank you for the correction. And our first stop on the Gold Coast is going to be Mount Warning.
That's right. Okay. Yes. Beautiful Mount Warning. Now, it actually isn't on the Gold Coast, but the reason why I wanted to show that is because it's quite significant. It receives Australia's first sunlight every day. So right up on that peak, that's where the sun hits first anywhere else in Australia. And it's very close to the Gold Coast. It's like half an hour drive sort of thing down from the New South Wales border.
It sure is pretty. So you say this is where the sun rises first?
Yeah, the sun's rays hits the very top of it first before anywhere else in Australia.
Wow. It's so different than mountains here. We kind of have more rolling hills, and there's these kind of cragged peaks.
Yeah, oh, we've got them too, and I will explain that as we go along as well. But that one just sort of stands out by itself, and you could actually see it really well from my mother's house before she passed away.
Oh, wow. Really beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Our second place on the list is, and I'm going to say it wrong. I'll let you say it.
Coolangatta.
Okay.
It's actually, they call it the Twin Towns, and it's Coolangatta and Tweed Heads. Now, the reason for that is, can you go to the map, please, Kim, just so I can point to it?
Yeah.
Okay, over here. So this is the border of Queensland and New South Wales. Mount Warning was just down here a bit, but
Okay.
the map runs out. It doesn't show it. So Tweed Heads is New South Wales' most northerly town, and Coolangatta, which has a fantastic pie shop, I may add, is Queensland's most southerly town. So together it's called the Twin Towns.
Okay.
There's actually a big club there, sort of like your veterans clubs. We call them RSL, as
Right.
in Return Services League. There's a massive club there, really big. And I used to work there. I actually worked for them for about 6-7 years.
Okay.
Not 6-7. I shouldn't have said that.
I can't believe 6-7 is.
Every time I say 6 or 7, my kids go 6.
Yeah.
But anyway, Coolangatta Tweed it really is a beautiful spot. Now, Tweed Heads it doesn't have a beach in Tweed Heads, but it's got a beautiful little, just a small bay right in front of where the club is. And then there's this beautiful river that comes right down deep into New South Wales. Beautiful boating. We used to do a heap of water skiing right down here at the bottom, or down here, if you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a mouthful. That one's called Tumbulgum.
Oh,
and
wow.
They've got a great pub there too. So we'd water ski until we were worn out, and then we'd go into the pub and,
And you were telling me that a lot of these names are Aboriginal.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And you will find that all around Australia. If you can't pronounce it, chances are it's an Aboriginal name.
So what are we looking at when we look at this Coolangatta shot here?
Okay, Coolangatta.
Coolangatta.
There's just on the left, you can see that white and yellow building. That is a surf club, which you'll find tons of those down the Gold Coast, all along the beach. So for the surf lifesavers, and they also have, bar, dining, and of course they've got poker machines in them nowadays. But like they were originally designed to look out for swimmers, to make sure swimmers are always safe, swim between the flags and that sort of thing. And they're all the way up the coast.
Wow. Sure is pretty there. And also in this area, you were telling me there is a really cool lighthouse.
Yes, that's right up on top of there's a hill that looks down over the water where you come in from the ocean. At Tweed Heads there. It sits right up on top of the hill, and it's a laser beam lighthouse. Now, I don't really know what that means, but it was built back in the 70s, and it was quite a big deal. Like, for Gold Coast, it was cutting edge at the time. And it's a beautiful spot, and you'll see people up there. There's a little cafe, and there's a nice car park and park. There's barbecue areas and lots of chairs and or seats and things like that, car park. And people just get their coffee and go and sit up there. Plus there's a walkway through there, which goes right around from from one end to the other. You know, you walk from New South Wales into Queensland there, so it's a really popular boardwalk as well. But it's a big scenery place, that's for sure.
Very cool. And now we have, and I'm going to butcher this name too, probably the Currumbin Bridge.
Yeah, that's Currumbin. That's the entrance.
Currumbin, yeah.
It's a terrible. You don't try to go out from the river there into the ocean because it's just so shallow. People often bottom out and then get hit by a wave and that. And around further, where you can see that point, if you go around to the right on the ocean side, there's a big another surf club, and there's a big rock there, and it's called Elephant Rock. It probably sits about 50, 60 feet high, probably 30, 40 feet wide, and at the right angle, it looks like an elephant sitting down.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And there's a surf club right there too. And the surf club actually goes right out into the water. So at high tide, the ocean is sort of lapping at the bottom of it.
What's the green kind of twisty road underneath the bridgeway there? Is that like a bike path or a walkway?
Yeah, it's like just a tourist road. That's like a little resort up there that you can see with all those red roofs. And that goes around that point and then around the other side. And then that heads, as you're going right off the screen, that heads down towards Coolangatta Tweed Heads.
Wow. All right, we're headed toward the waterfall now.
Okay, Purlingbrook Falls, are we there?
Yeah.
Yes, Purlingbrook Falls.
Do you want me to show it on the map first?
I can show you where that is. So, all right, we were at Mount Warning down here, down there.
Okay.
And then we went over here to Tweed Heads, Coolangatta. And I've just dotted this in there. If you can see, I've written Cook Island.
Okay.
Me and all my mates used to do a lot of scuba diving back around there, and it's Cook Island is a small island. It's probably about I don't know, maybe 100 foot around, and maybe sits about 50 feet high. Heaps and heaps of marine life there. Even at night, we used to go out there at night and scuba dive, which was just amazing. You would have stingrays swimming around you, and I've actually got a picture of me back in the. Can you see that? That's me back in the day from scuba diving out at Cook Island.
I love it.
Oh, I've got a couple of little photos here. We moved up. I was born in Sydney, and we moved up. Hang on, I've just got to get it in the right spot. If I go left, it goes right. If you can see that car there,
that's a little
Dad's car.
Okay, I can kind of make it out. Yeah. Oh, that's your dad's car? Cool.
It was a 1967 Pontiac Parisian. So we had a taste of America all the way back then.
There you go. Here's a shot of Cook Island. That's Cook Island, right?
No.
Could be never mind.
Speaking of which, I've got another bit of America for you.
Okay.
Like my shirt.
Oh, your San Francisco shirt. Beautiful. Little taste of home for us here in California.
From the East Coast last time to the West Coast this time.
Okay. Thank you. So we're going to Purlingbrook Falls.
Okay, now where are we? Where's now? Oh, we didn't do the rock pools. Springbrook National Park, Natural Bridge. Now where is it? Have I marked it? Anyway, it's around here somewhere. We've got Natural Bridge and there it is, Springbrook National Park. That one there. Yeah, okay. It's a beautiful waterfall, and it's got about you park up the top, and you can walk just a couple of 100 meters down, or yards in your language. A meter is almost the same as a yard. It's a little bit bigger. You can walk from the car park down there and just enjoy the waterfall, or you can do the trail that goes right down to the bottom and back up. It's about 3 or 4 miles long, but it's torture because it gets really, really steep. There's just thousands of stairs. But very popular and a beautiful place. And when it's been raining, that just it just thunders out of there.
Really beautiful. Looks like a really high waterfall.
Yeah, it is. It's I don't know quite. It'd be a couple of 100 feet up, I suppose, from the top to the bottom. And of course, there's a pool down there at the bottom.
Now, in the same area, you've got natural bridges.
Yeah, natural bridge or natural arch, as it's named too. So it's just like it's like a cave. Up from above, the water falls through it. There's like a hole in the top, and back in our 20s, and that there's like a walkway up there. Everyone used to jump off the walkway into it because it's quite deep, and that came to an end once when someone jumped. There's two walkways. There's one, and then there's another one up higher. Someone jumped off the really high one and splattered themselves.
Ooh.
So then the Queensland government said it's now illegal to do that. So yeah, it had to end badly for it to do that. But it's beautiful, and there's a lovely trail that goes down there from the car park. And if you go there at night, it's and you reminded me of this the other day, Kim, when you were talking about New Zealand. There's glowworms all the way down. So if you're there at night, it's beautiful to see the glowworms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you go down into the cave with your torch. It's lovely. You'll often run into people there.
There's glowworms here too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
What a sight. Okay. Our next spot is the Binnaburra Rainforest and Camping Grounds.
That's right. Binnaburra out here. It's a little bit further out, and it's beautiful, lush rainforest, with lots of different species of plants and animals and that sort of thing. And it's got a magic view, as you can see there. You can see the coastline there, and that would be the Tweed River there in the middle of the screen too, that runs from Tweed Heads all the way down.
Oh, that's
it's just beautiful. It's a tree hugger's paradise. They've got like an eco lodge, spa retreat, that sort of thing there. If you want to go and get in touch with nature and chill, or you can just go there and have lunch. The drive is spectacular.
What kind of creatures hang out in the rainforests of Australia?
Oh, lots of marsupials.
Should we be frightened?
Lots of snakes. What we do have a lot of in Queensland is what they call bull ants. Now, bull ant, they can grow up to about 2 inches long. They have really long, defined mandibles at the front of their face, mainly for cutting and carrying food. But what makes them dangerous is they've got a stinger on them and a bad temper. Now, so if you're hiking on a trail somewhere and you want to sit down and have a drink of water and just chill for a sec, if you sit near one of their nests, or God forbid that you disturb them, then they rain down on their wrath.
Mental note: no sitting in the rainforests of Australia. Yeah.
And
keep moving.
I haven't been stung by one, but the sting is said to be like a red hot needle being shoved straight into you. So,
oh God, what are they called?
They're bull ants. Yeah, they're big red and black ants that they get up to about 2 inches long. They're quite large and aggressive. Now, they won't kill you, but you would need to go to hospital, especially for pain treatment. It's supposed to be instant and acute pain. So
Jesus.
Yeah, look out for them.
I just saw a picture of one. I have to share with you the pincher face of the bull ant. Yeah, really don't sit in the forest, in the rainforest. Oh man, this thing does not look like something you want on you. I'm telling you. And you can completely believe that that this would feel like a red hot needle going through your skin. Ow.
Yeah, there they are.
Ouch.
Lovely little fellas.
It's a bad day when you disrupt that nest. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. On from the red ants and Binnabura to Burley Head.
Okay.
And my
Yeah.
apologies for the watermarks on that photo.
No, that's fine. That's yeah. So that's Burley Heads there, heading up the screen is heading towards. That's heading north towards Surface Paradise. Once again, this is a really popular spot. As you can see, lots of buildings along the waterfront. There's a beautiful boardwalk around there, all volcanic rock around it to the other side there, and lots of shops and restaurants. And once again, there's a surf club there, big car park. It's a super duper popular beach, and they hold a lot of the Australian surfing titles there when the time's right. You can see, beautiful clear water. That's indicative of the type of water that we have here when it hasn't been raining, of course. And then it comes around to the bottom there, and you can see it looks like an entrance. Now, this one's a mouthful too. This one is called Tullabudgera. Okay, and that's Tullabudgera Creek, and that comes in there. It's a really, really popular swimming spot. It's just gorgeous. And then, of course, the creek goes, it runs quite a few miles inland.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
another beautiful spot.
we're off to the Canungra military base.
Okay, yeah, this is not a big deal, but I wanted to show you that. Now, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, Kim, if you don't mind, just come over to me on the map, and I'll point it out.
Oops. I'm sorry. Hold on,
That's
I lost
okay.
control. I lost control of everything over here. There you go.
That's showing the town of Canungra, which is a beautiful little town. It's not a very big place, but it's just gorgeous.
Wow.
It's beautiful to go out there for a drive and have lunch, coffee, whatever.
Sure.
Spend a bit of money in their small community shops. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to show you that is because we do have our military isn't anywhere near like America's, of course, but we do have some really decent sized training facilities. And this one here, Kim, can you come back to me just so I can show you on the map? This here, thank you. All this here, this is the military training base. So if you can see the Gold Coast itself from the top here down to there, that's about 50 kilometers, 30 odd miles. So you can see that there, and it's all dense forest, which is perfect for army guys training, doing all their mock skirmishes and things like that. So yeah, it's a big deal, that one. Really big base.
It looks like there's a road headed up the mountain.
Yeah, well, this is up in the mountain. Actually, Kim, if you come back to me for a sec. This whole area here. So we're on the coast here, right? This is all the way along here is beach and then rivers. But all this section down here, you're up in the mountain area now. So you probably, I don't know, let's say, for example, you're 500 to 1,000 meters. So 1,000, 1,500 feet high. Not super high, but gives you beautiful views from here, looking down at the ocean. And a lot of people, there will be a lot of mansions up in this area.
Oh, sure.
They want the seclusion, but they also want the view.
Of course.
So, yeah, you get the best of both worlds. This is one of the things which makes the Gold Coast so spectacular. You've got, world-class beaches, and then half an hour drive, and you're up in a rainforest.
Yeah. So from Canungra here, our next stop is also in the rainforest at Mount Tamborine.
Yeah, Mount Tamborine is beautiful. Now, where are we? Yeah, just up here. Mount Tamborine, you drive up from, actually, the best way to get there is from where you were talking about, where the little Tasmanian devil got
Yeah.
went walkabout the other day. So you
Right.
drive from there. That was at Dreamworld, and I'll get to that because they've got a big zoo there. You drive from Dreamworld, which is where are we? Hang on.
Here's our
Over this
Tasmanian
area.
devil.
Oxenford. Yeah, there he is. So you drive from Oxenford straight up this road to Tambourine Mountain. It's a beautiful drive. Once again, spectacular views.
Wow.
Wonderful, wonderful little shops and restaurants. There's just a beautiful cuckoo clock and grandfather clock shop up there. It's just gorgeous. You walk in there and you want to buy all the clocks. They're just so lovely. But they've got waterfall, beautiful waterfall up there.
Oh, wow.
And they've also got this park, which is in the once again, it's all hinterland and it's all zip lines. So you get your harness on and you walk up into it, climb up into the trees, and then you zip line from one tree a couple of 100 meters to another tree, and then you walk up again and zip line somewhere else. And like it's a full-on day. Like you have to pay for the experience, but it's it's a big deal.
Is that at this
Not
place,
for
the
the faint-hearted.
Thunderbird Park?
Thunderbird Park, yeah. It's just one of those adventure parks. Lots, fossils and animals and stuff to do.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lovely. And a beautiful drive, up there and back down, like up the mountain and then back down the other side is another beautiful drive as well.
And now we're going to Broad Beach. You say this is a surfer's paradise.
Yeah, okay. So if you can come back to the map again with me, Kim, please. Okay, once again, beautiful beaches all the way up. All the way along here is just beautiful beaches now. Yeah, so from Broad Beach, and they have a casino there, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like gambling. But lots and lots of apartment buildings, and Surfers Paradise, which is Australia's tourist jewel. It's the jewel in the crown of Australia. It's apart from the Sydney Opera House and things, Uluru and places like that to see. Yeah, they're the new buildings. They only just built those a few years ago, and they're quite spectacular when you look at them. The architectural design is they're really, really good to look at, those buildings.
They look really geometric.
Yeah, so that's right, sort of in between Broad Beach and Surfers Paradise. I used to live at Broad Beach for a while. It's a great spot. 2 minutes and you're down on that beach from where I lived. Lots of apartment buildings, lots of nightlife, lots of restaurants.
So this is close to where you live now?
I'm an hour's north from there. I'm in Brisbane. Yeah, in Brisbane now, right near the city. I live very, very close to the city, just on the northern side of it. So yeah, an easy hour's drive, and you're down in the heart of the Gold Coast.
Sure is pretty.
So yes, it's Australia's tourist capital. So everyone, especially young people, holiday romances and things like that. It's not unusual to see like a group of 6 girls or 6 guys that have come up from Victoria or Sydney or wherever to come to the Gold Coast in summer, lay on the beaches and get brown and swim, and lots of nightclubs and stuff like that. So lots of holiday romances and things like that, shall we say?
That's good. Okay, so is there anything else to see here, or shall we venture on?
It's just, once again, the beautiful beaches and things like that. Then a little bit further up is Main Beach. Now, that picture I showed you of Dad with the Pontiac, that's where we lived at Main Beach when we first moved up from Sydney in 1969. And I actually I've got an old black and white photo here
Beautiful.
of Main Beach. Now, if I can try and get it in the picture right. Now we, where are we? I'm trying to find where we are. Oh, this is right there. Dad, it was an old petrol station, or a levee, I think you guys call it. And it had a house at the back, and Dad turned it into a party and builders hire business.
Right on the water.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is what they call, this is the Broadwater, and then the Nerang River Bridge, and then that becomes the Nerang River up that way. So as I said, this is 1979. It's vastly different than that now. All along here is just jam-packed with shops and restaurants and stuff, and there's a big Palazzo Versace, one of those 6-star, when the movie stars and people who are filming on the Gold Coast at Warner Brothers Movie World, that's where they stay.
Sure.
Anyone with money, like if you want to spend $30 on a cup of coffee, then you go
there.
nuts.
Yeah.
You go down there. Yeah, that's for you. And down here, this was, hang on. This was called Marineland. And just what you think, big aquarium, dolphins and seals, all that sort of stuff. And down here a bit further, this is the very early stage of SeaWorld, which I think your big SeaWorld is in Florida. Is that correct?
There's a SeaWorld in San Diego. There's one in Florida.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And it's exactly what you think, water skiing, dolphins, seals, shows, the big aquariums, water slides, you name it. It's one of the biggies. And that one, it was just being built then. It's owned by Warner Brothers, and I'll get to the rest of them, which are owned by Warner Brothers as well as we go. But once upon a time, if you can see this road here, this is called Main Beach Parade. There was this rickety old wooden bridge that went across. Actually, it went across to there, and it was a horrible old thing. And anyway, they pulled it down, built this bridge, the Nerang River Bridge, and at the same time, they built that in the early 60s, and then they built this place here. This place is called Sundale. Now, at the time, it was built in the late 60s, about 67, I think it was. When they built that, it's a big shopping centre. Now, by today's standards, it's nothing. And it's gone now. But it was the biggest shopping centre in the Southern Hemisphere at the time. And any local will, if you talk about the bridge, they'll call it the Sundale Bridge because that's what it got nicknamed as. Actually, there's a big building there now, a big skyscraper, and it's called Sundale.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mindy wants to know what kind of restaurants and food are around here.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, like whatever you could get there, you've got here. Great seafood. We have some really good seafood. Down here, this area is called the Spit, as in a sand spit. And anyone who wants fresh prawns, they know where to go because the trawlers come in and they dock down here, and you can get great fish and chips. But if you want fresh prawns or fish, that's the place to go and get it. It's fantastic. Oh, I just wanted to add to just near those buildings that you showed before, there's another one there called Q1, and that is Australia's tallest building. It's I think it's 77 or 78 stories high. Now, right beside it was the proposed, there it is, the one with the big spiky thing on the top, the big point.
Oh yeah,
that's Q1. That's Australia's tallest building. Now, just near it was going to be built, or the proposal for the Trump Tower.
Oh God.
They were going to, and some of you would have seen me post on the Mark Thompson Show fan page about it. We all went nuts over it. We were like whacking a hornet's nest with a stick. Everyone just started posting about it. We wrote to our local members. we called council. We signed, and a big petition got started. A lot of people like me, we wrote to the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. Everyone just complained and complained and complained. And it got squashed. So they said, we can't let Trump's name disgrace our beautiful Gold Coast. So there's no way that we're going to allow his building. And it was going to be 91 stories. So it was going to dwarf that.
Oh,
it was going to
wow.
be substantially bigger than it. So I'm glad that happened.
I'm glad that happened too. Kind of like the skyline, just like it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It
And
really
that
does look
beach
beautiful.
there that you're showing there right now, that is the most popular beach
Main Beach.
in Queensland. Well, that's Surfers Paradise there.
Okay.
That is the tourist hotspot beach of the Gold Coast. I mean, they're all gorgeous, you know. And you can walk for miles and miles and miles along these beaches. Even in winter, you know, we used to go walk there on a nice day in shorts and a t-shirt, and once you generated a bit of heat, you could hop in, have a bit of a swim, and then come back out. It might be a bit chilly, but you could do it on a nice day. So, another fun fact about the Gold Coast too is there are more boats per person on the Gold Coast than anywhere else in Australia, and the Gold Coast is said to have, and I believe it's in line with somewhere in Hawaii, and Karen would probably know this, it's the most even temperatured place to live on Earth. So we have, the lows aren't very low and the highs aren't very high. So the swing between low and high is not that much. So if you said like living in Arizona, for example, you know, like where it'd get really cold overnight, but then in summer, or, you know, between summer and winter, in summer, it is, you know, it gets well over 100. So I believe, which is probably, you know, well into the 40s here, which is just desperately hot. But yeah, it makes the climate just so easy to live there.
Sure is beautiful. This is where you go to have your summer romance, as you say.
That's what they do. Yeah, lots of nightclubs and lots of apartment buildings overlooking the ocean. What more do you need? Oh, alcohol.
Alcohol. Off we go to South Stradbroke Island.
Okay, yes. All right, South Stradbroke Island. Now, if you want to, now whereabouts are we there? Now, if I'm looking at the top of the screen, you've got, that's probably you could say that that's Mount Tamborine up in the background, and they're just that's the Broadwater. I'm not quite sure exactly where we are there. I can't quite pinpoint where it is, but lots of islands like that in the middle, and I'll get to that as we get a little bit further up. But yeah, beautiful island with just small lakes and things like that, but really big deal for camping. Everyone goes camping there in their boats, which is good. And you have to pay to camp. Like you pay like $6 or $7 per person per night, and you know, but that also creates jobs. You know, you've got the rangers that look after the island, so they take care of it. You know, they make sure it's well maintained. Same as like I was talking about Gari last time. And zero nonsense policy with things like this. You know, you don't muck around, you get kicked out.
Yeah. It sure looks like a beautiful place to camp. You kind of have you have it all going on there.
Yeah, it is. They're just gorgeous. And there's a whole series of islands like that.
And here we go with more entertainment, the Wet and Wild. Okay,
yes, there's Wet and Wild. That is owned by Warner Brothers. So it's like your big, you know, your water slides, that big pool there. It's a wave pool, so you can, it generates big waves, and they've got one of those things where you can kind of surf in the one spot. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to go. You know, jam packed in summer, as you can imagine. And right next to that is there's the Outback Adventure goes out behind that, and it's like you know, cowboys and horses and
Well, that's fun.
wrestling steers and all that
Yeah.
sort of thing. You know, pretty much the same as what you have in America, but it's a part of it. And then down just next to that, on right of the screen, is Warner Brothers Movie World, and they do a lot of, like, they've got the big sound stages and things like that there. Like, they made the movie Happy Feet there. They made, I believe, some of them, not all of them, but some of the Matrix movies were made
Oh,
there.
okay.
Batman 3 with the Jim Carrey as the Joker, that was made there. They make a lot of movies there, and it's just a huge, big fun park. And they have people in character. You know, you see Batman walking around and Catwoman and all different sorts of people. And there's lots to see and do. They're really great day out.
It sounds kind of like the Universal Studios here.
Exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're our all our big fun parks. The really big ones is in our SeaWorld. SeaWorld, Wet and Wild, and yet Movie World are all owned by Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And then across the road, almost directly across the road from Movie World, there is Dream World. And Dream World is kind of the same thing. Lots of water slides and rides and things like that. But they also have a big, massive zoo in there. And that's where your little friend, the Tasmanian devil, escaped from. And they also have a big, it's one of the few in the world, an albino tiger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they get him out and walk him around the park.
It looks like roller coasters too.
They got everything you can imagine. Yeah, so, and which is what adds to the Gold Coast, which makes it such a big tourist destination. The beautiful beaches, the hinterland, the nightlife and restaurants and water, and all the theme parks are there too.
Stuff to do, yeah.
Yeah, lots.
But I feel like all these things are great, but this is what I'm looking for. This is gorgeous. This is Runaway Bay and Paradise Point, I think.
And this is where I used to live.
Oh, wow.
Well, I've lived in several places, but yeah, it's just beautiful down there. Now I'm just trying to identify what part that is on your picture, but
I hope it's the right thing. I don't know.
I don't know if is that what come up as Runaway Bay on your?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. I put in Paradise Point and Runaway Bay, and that was the prettiest one.
Yeah, actually, I'm not quite 100% sure that I recognise it. It looks a bit more North Queenslandy to me, but once again, yeah, it is a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
And just it started out as just like mangroves and swamp and stuff like that, and they saw back in the 60s, wow, we could really make some good money here if we dredge it all up and turn it into canal estate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of beautiful houses on these canals with boat ramps in their backyards and beautiful boats, jetties moored out behind them. Like some of the boats, well, they're really yachts that are moored out on their own private jetty, worth, $5, $6, $7, $10 million. Some of them, they're just ridiculous how big and luxurious they are. But I guess if you've got money and you're attracted to that sort of a spot, then definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gorgeous. Here's another picture of Paradise Point.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now over there, where you see those houses there, it used to be two tiny little islands, and they pumped them together. When we were kids, we used to go around the back. It had a beautiful little horseshoe bay, and we would be in there with our little aluminium boats, or aluminum, as you would say. We say it a bit different, with our 10 horsepower Johnson outboard motors on them, towing each other on surfboards and stuff behind it. And it was just a beautiful little sheltered area. Anyway, once again, the genius property people decided that they were going to pump those two islands together, and they turned that into $1 Million Row. Now, over there, Some of the houses, you're not going to buy in there unless you've got $30 million.
Oh man.
Yeah, own private security, a gated bridge and everything. It's no shops or anything, just housing.
That's very fancy.
Oh,
30 what's 30 million Australian dollars to US dollars?
I think it's about 71 cents, say 70 cents. So
Okay.
probably for you, $22 million, 21, something like that.
Wow.
And up from there, of course.
Where are we headed?
I mean, the price tag goes up.
Up from there, yeah.
You probably wouldn't get in there for less than 10 million, and then it just goes up and up and up. And you'll see boats over there, those big ones that you may see in Miami, those big, long speedboats with like 6 outboard motors on the back of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're just sitting there, not getting used, they got so much money,
Goodness. Wow. All right, we're headed to Morton Island.
Okay, yeah, Morton Island.
And I think I have a picture of the right place. It sure is gorgeous, but it was the thing that popped up was spelled differently. So I don't know if I got the right thing, but here's
Morton Island is a little bit further up though. So you've got South Stradbroke Island, that first one that you showed, and then you've got North Stradbroke Island, and then Morton Island actually, it's way up. So that's South Stradbroke there, and then the tip of North Stradbroke, and there's what they call the Jumping Pin Bar, which is an entrance from the ocean. North Stradbroke there, and then Morton Island shelters Brisbane, and you've got Norton Bay, which we have whales and things like that there, lots of whale watching. And
is that it?
Dugongs or manatees. That's Morton Island.
Okay.
That there is called Tangalooma, and that's I've actually scuba dived there too.
Oh, fun! Looks amazing.
Yeah, they're old ships that they sunk there years ago, which created an artificial reef. So there's lots of beautiful sea life all around there. Yeah, and it's just gorgeous. There's a resort there, and they do lots of 4-wheel drive tours and things like that. Catch the nice ferry over. Yeah, it's beautiful.
The color of the water is amazing. I can imagine scuba diving there would be just wonderful.
It is. Even if you're just snorkeling, it's beautiful because it's shallow. It's only like around the wrecks there, it's only probably about 20 foot deep. So it's perfect. You don't need scuba gear to have a good time.
Are you scared of sharks out there?
No, you learn not to be scared of sharks when you're scuba diving. They're sharks are kind of like the vacuum cleaners of the sea. They eat things that are dying, and they clean up the mess of things that have already died. So, and you learn what not to do. If there are any type of sharks around. But like generally, this part of the world, you don't have those big dangerous white pointers like in Jaws. They're mainly on the western side of Australia, over near Perth. That's where you've got to be careful.
Okay. We got the red ants and we got the sharks, so we've got to be careful.
Yeah, it's true. We do have lots of things that want to kill you over here, I guess.
Well, it's funny because anytime I get a story about a runaway snake or, some type of deadly creature, it's always Australia or Florida, one of the two. This next one, I don't know if I got the right picture. This is the pink area.
The pink area. Oh, I don't know about that.
It's the pink highlight area. Hinterland, amazing views. But I typed in pink highlight area and it came up with this pink lagoon in Western Australia. I don't know if this is right.
No, my bad, Kim. When I wrote the pink area, what I was referring to is on the map here. I'd taken out my pink highlighter. And I'd colored in. You can't see. This is just me being, me.
I'm like, does he want the pink lagoon? Because I don't know. There is a pink lagoon in Australia, so that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, all this pink area that I've just kind of scribbled over. That's what I was saying before, where you're up in the hinterland here with these magnificent views, looking down onto the ocean. One other thing I wanted to say is like, okay, there's Paradise Point, which we were just talking about, where I used to live, and back Main Beach where we first moved up, and the bridge there, and that big shopping centre, and SeaWorld right there. You can see the SeaWorld sign. So this is the start of the Broadwater, and the Broadwater just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and goes up and up and up towards Brisbane, and then it just expands into all these rivers and estuaries and islands. They're just wonderful for fishing and camping. Lots of mosquitoes, so you need to take the mosquito repellent. But they're just beautiful estuaries and places to camp. Another boat anchorages right up here. I don't know if you can see right up the top there. I'll just adjust my.
Yep, I see where your little pointer is headed. Yep.
Yeah, right up here. They call this the bedrooms, and it's just a beautiful spot to moor your boat and have an overnighter. Once again, crystal clear water, and you've got shelter there.
When I looked up a picture of the Broadwater as you're explaining, this is what came up with all these different waterways.
Yeah, now you can see where just to the center left of the screen, you can see where the bridge goes across there, and you can see to the right there's a very tall building. That's the Sundale building, and that's where the shopping center was.
Wow. Now I don't
see in the background. You can see how as you head out the hills. You hit the hills, and that's where you get those beautiful views of the coast from there.
And you have, like Hawaii, cane fields in Australia.
Lots of cane fields. I can show you those too.
Yeah.
And they're right up the top of my map here.
Let me take the picture down. All right.
So from where you showed Paradise Point before, which is kind of like the top of the population, all this area in here is all cane fields. It's just beautiful, and it's beautiful to drive through too. Really lovely drive.
It looks a lot like Hawaii. Parts of Hawaii.
Yeah, I guess it probably would be. Yeah, and once again, temperature-wise, you would have a similar climate. One other point that I wanted to make was when we spoke about the Canal Estate, the whole Gold Coast has Canal Estate running right all the way up here. Now, it's probably pretty hard to see on there, but all through here, these are all where you can see the blue. Everything is canal. So it comes off the Broadwater or in through the sea entrances, and then they just turn into Canal Estate, and they work their way further out. Out the little estuaries. Everyone wants to, that's why there are so many boats. You've got beautiful temperatures, beautiful water, and everyone owns a boat. I can't think how many boats I've had over the years. In fact, I can show you one right now. This little thing here.
It's a good picture. We can see it.
Yeah, and my and I have to give big props to America here, because that's a Johnson outboard motor. In my opinion, the best product ever to come out of America. Johnson and Evinrude outboard motors, and Mercury too.
Is that your boat?
That was my boat back in the 80s. Yeah.
Okay.
13 foot with an 85. That thing would do 55 miles an hour and white knuckle grip. And we love the Blues Brothers, which is why it was called the Blues Boat.
Oh, cute. Do you still have a boat?
Yep. Yes, I've got a 14-foot boat. It's got it's a 1967 little speedboat, Australian made boat, and it's got a Johnson 75 Stinger on it, made in 1979.
Wow.
And its auxiliary is a 9.5 Evinrude, made in 1967, and they both run like tops.
Wow.
Yeah,
and you take that out around Brisbane?
Yeah, and the Gold Coast.
Brisbane.
Brisbane, yeah.
Brisbane, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. You can call it whatever you want.
And here's Brisbane.
That's right, yeah.
Look at all the bridges.
Some of the crew would have seen that. I did a drone video a couple of weeks ago, and they would have seen some of that. I flew over all that with it. Oh, just by the way, too, on my channel, I did Harvey Bay too. There's some drone videos there if you want to go and have a look at them as well.
What's your YouTube channel called?
Glen B63. Just the same as my name that comes up, when we're on the chat.
Oh, and there you are. Okay.
And the same picture, me sort of leaning forward with a beer in my hand and ocean in the background.
Love it. Can't go wrong with that. Here, I'll bring it up on the screen.
They're very raw and basic, and I don't add sound to it because to me it's just a visual thing. So, is that one? Is it?
Oh yeah. Is that okay that I'm showing it? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's Brisbane River, and I've also done one at night as well. There's a big botanical gardens there near that red and white boat, and then one of the big universities as well. And where those cars are coming across. Oh, that's South Bank there. That was where we held the 1988 World Expo. And after the World Expo was over, they just turned it into businesses, shops, restaurant. There's a beautiful big park there, and a big a ocean beach. If you can see, almost in the center there. And then further down, excuse me, there's the entertainment center. There's the Gallery of Modern Arts, and that's the Riverside Expressway and the city on the right-hand side. Lots of bridges they're all footbridges, those ones that go across. Or one of them is just for buses only, but
you sure live in a beautiful place, my friend. This is amazing.
It's lovely, and it's a lovely, friendly, safe place as well. Christine and I went camping one weekend before the kids were born, and we left the front door open on our house for 2 days.
Oh, you would not do that here. It's funny because you were saying that in that one area of the Gold Coast that there were more boats than people, or at least, as many boats as people. And I thought immediately my mind went to, unlike America, where there's more guns than people, right?
Yeah. We don't have guns. Years ago, they did a buyback. Anyone who had rifles and that, they offered to buy them back. And the laws are super duper strict. Like you have one cabinet for a gun, and you're only allowed to have a certain type of gun, and you're only allowed to have a certain amount of guns. And then you have another cabinet for the bullets, and then you have another cabinet for the keys to those cabinets.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, if someone breaks into your house, which they don't, but if they break into your house, you hit them with a baseball bat. You don't shoot them. There's no need to shoot people here.
I would think that having weaponry like guns would only be really useful in the outback where there's beasts that you need to dispatch quickly. Yeah.
Rabbits become they're a real pest. They destroy with their rabbit warrens underneath people's property. They destroy it with the rabbit warrens, and it causes massive erosions. And plus they get myxomatosis, some sort of disease. So yeah, a lot of people are actually contracted to cull the rabbits because they're such a problem in the outback. There's the Story Bridge. That's Brisbane's original bridge, built. It's 150 years old, and the Brisbane River, looking out to we're heading out towards the bay there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lovely. I often have my boat in that river there. I come up there from a bit further out near the airport and come in towards the city. Yeah, it's really lovely. and
Wow.
quite expensive through there too. You need quite a
Mhm.
lot of money to live there with those kind of views.
Amazing. Well, I could watch these videos all day. That's your YouTube channel, and that's at Glen B. You said 63?
Yeah, Glen B63,
Glen
the year I was
B63
born.
on YouTube. Oh, okay, excellent. So check him out
Um,
on YouTube.
don't
Beautiful.
expect too much. Okay, they're not
I
professional. They're
I
just
think we've
raw.
expected quite a lot because that's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, the drone's pretty good. They make you look a lot more professional than you are.
that's great. Glenn, this has been so much fun.
It has been for me too.
Yeah, very cool. What an amazing Travel Tuesday.
Yeah, it was great, and I think whoops, my phone's beeping at me. I think we pretty much covered everything. I did write some notes, but I think we've covered it all, and you're probably sick of hearing from me anyway, and I'm getting
No,
thirsty now
not at
anyhow.
all. Thank you for taking us. We really appreciate it.
So I hope I'm promoting Australian tourism, and I hope some of you come down to visit sometime. Who
Hmm.
knows? Maybe I'll take you up to Gari in my Subaru if you come and visit.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Or down the waterway in the old boat.
Yeah, you come over, I'll hook you up in some way, shape, or form.
Very cool. Thank you, Glenn, for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, have a great day. What time
Thank
is it there,
you.
by the way?
It is 7:35.
In the evening?
No, it's morning.
In the morning.
We're,
Okay.
on the west coast. I think we're about 14 hours in front of you, and I think it's 17 hours or something like that over in
Wow.
Florida. Tammy would know, and she's probably typing in the time.
The answer as we speak.
Yeah.
All right. Of your day. Thank you for starting it with us.
Thanks, guys. Great to see you all.
Bye, Glenn.
See you on the chat. See you tomorrow on the chat.
Thanks for being here.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
And everybody, so much fun and such beautiful pictures of Australia. I do want to get to the thumbnail story, and I know we're a little over time, but that's okay because wow, how fun it was to hear from Glenn and to see the gorgeous pictures of his homeland. I do want to tell you about this high school, though. This is a really cool story. This one comes out of Italy. And there were Italian teenagers that stayed overnight at their high school. And they're very curious and they stumble upon this well-preserved Roman villa dating to the mid-2nd century. The discovery and the exploration of this is still in progress, but someday the hope is it will be open to the public. The school is in Rome, and yeah, it's just incredible. The high school is right across the street from the Colosseum, and these kids came up with this plan. They were upset about plans to extend remote learning to prevent the spread of COVID. And so they decided that they were going to occupy the school, and they camped out there for several nights in protest in this building. And when the demonstration ended, the kids told a history and a Latin teacher at the school that they stumbled upon something really significant. And so the teachers investigated the tip and found the door in the basement. They found the key, they entered, and they were in an old, disused boiler room. Beyond that were ancient Roman walls, what you're seeing on the screen here. And when they climbed through the opening, they found themselves in an ancient villa with frescoes on the wall and decorative stucco. Wild. So they had to then take it to the Special Superintendency of Rome, which is this government agency that preserves cultural heritage. And then they started excavating at this site. That started back in September of 2025. And the archaeologists just presented their findings to the public last month. This is the or dwelling. It dates to the mid-2nd century CE when legendary Roman emperors like Hadrian and Marcus Aurelius provided over this territory and more. The excavations that were done in 95 up a new road, uncovered one section of this villa, but in the decades that then followed, this site had been forgotten. Here's another picture of what's down there. Can you believe they forgot about it? Imagine having that much history that you could just forget about something so incredibly significant. This is just wild to me. But what a story. And so now this is all being presented to the public. And again, it's not ready for prime time just yet. They are still working on what they're exploring and making sure that they can make it safe for people to go down and check it all out. They say that the hope is to have this site open to students and tourists so that the public can enjoy it. Really cool. They have long thought at this school that there were ancient structures hidden beneath it. But there are other markings there that are more recent. So they think maybe kids have gone down here in the past, that maybe it hasn't been so secret. Anyway, thought that story was really cool. Imagine having an ancient Roman villa underneath your high school with frescoes and decorative stucco and all the interesting things you could find there. One more story for you, and it is about the piping plover. Look at these little cuties. It's not an after party live without an animal story. These are 12 endangered piping plover chicks that have been hatched in Michigan and Wisconsin, and they are starting to come back. They had a record-breaking nesting season last year. The Great Lakes' first piping plovers of the season have now hatched. 12 chicks, and more are expected. These are migratory shorebirds, and one lives along rivers and lakes of the northern Great Plains, another along the East Coast, one in the Great Lakes, and they're really tiny. They're about 1.5 to 2.25 ounces, 5.5 to 7 inches long, and they can be nearly invisible until you see them move. They do these sprints, short distances, stop, tilt forward, grab an insect out of the sand, and then they run off. So, and within hours of hatching, these piping plover chicks can run around and forage for themselves. But still, even with that, this species has really struggled. They're near threatened. The Great Lakes population is endangered under the Endangered Species Act. Nearly 800 nesting pairs once lived along the shores of the Great Lakes, but that number went down to 13 nesting pairs in 1990. So there's a big recovery effort underway to bring these birds back. And now we've got more than 80 nesting pairs thanks to federal protection and conservation efforts. Last year, there were 88 unique nesting pairs in the Great Lakes. So it's a big deal that so many of these are hatching. And welcome to the world, little beautiful piping plovers. All right. That is the show. Huge thank you to everyone, especially Glen, for coming on and for giving us such a wonderful tour of the Gold Coast of Australia. I kept saying Queensland, but it's the Gold Coast. So thank you for that. Anybody else have anywhere you would like to take us? I'd love for you to come on and lead the tour next. Just email me, kim@theafterparty.live. kim@theafterparty.live. Huge thank you to Wes, who comes in today with a $5 contribution to PayPal. Really appreciate it. Delette has set up her recurring PayPal contribution. Martha D, Rosalie A, Carrie Q, the most recent all that information under the show description and under the About tab every day right here. All right, you guys, here's my little plovers. There you go. Until we meet again next time, I'll see you on the Mark Thompson Show. Tomorrow, Mo Kelly hosts. John Rothman will be in, and I hope to see you as well. Make it a very good rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you right back here on YouTube. Thanks again, Glenn. Bye, everybody.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
For some reason, again, I can't hear the music. I sure hope you guys. Are you kidding? That was so much fun. Yay, thank you. Hi, Tony from San Antonio.